morning, y'all. Brian SLC Farms. Well, we headed up the road in the old service truck. Gotta go get some diesel fuel. Tanks at the house ran out. We gotta get these tractors and machines filled up. That way we can try to bale some hay. Unfortunately, yesterday, as soon as we got done tedding, like literally last pass, unhooking the tedder, started sprinkling rain. Just my luck, just as the year goes, as the saga continues. But with that being said, I don't know how much it rained exactly. I put my rain gauges back up. Country gal, she's on the way over there to go check them. They're calling for more storms again, possibly at 4 o'clock today. Isolated thunderstorms, 40% chance. Originally it was only supposed to be 1 day, and it turned into 3 days of it. I could have took the 1/10 of an inch that it got, but too much rain on hay ruins it. I mean, cows will still eat it, but it makes it dusty. This was the hay for our livestock, our horses, our cattle. It's what I grow every year for them. It was kind of an important crop. But, I mean, we've got plenty more hay, and all good hay that they can eat, just not what I would prefer to feed for myself. So, who knows? Hopefully it didn't rain much there, but at the house we got a little over a ½ inch. It's only 4 miles apart. The radar doesn't really show consistently, and I wasn't going to sit over there. But anyways, we're going to get some fuel. She's going to check the hay. I'll get back with y'all in just a little bit, and we're going to see how the day goes. Well, guys, we made it back to the farm. $300 pour for like 90 gallons of off-road fuel, $3.15 a gallon. Golly bum. I remember when off-road fuel was much cheaper. But, anywho, I guess that means I'm getting old or something. Country gal, she just pulled in as well. She's been out to the field. Unfortunately, it got 2/10 of an inch of rain last night. So it got 1/10 of an inch of rain 2 nights ago. Tedded it yesterday. Got 2/10 of an inch of rain last night. And all in all, they are calling for more pop-up thunderstorms late this evening, starting at maybe around 4 o'clock today. I don't think that I'll have enough time to either rake it into a windrow and get it dry, which it's pretty damp. It really needs to be flipped, then raked and baled. So I'm not even going to risk it. At this point, it's had 3/10 of an inch of rain on it. It's going to sit in the field all day today. I know it needs to be flipped to get that water off of it to help salvage it, but I'm not going to waste the fuel. In the morning, if it rains tonight again, in the morning we'll go over there and ted it. If it doesn't rain, then we'll go over there tomorrow afternoon and just start raking, get it in a windrow, wait an hour or two, and then go back and bale it. It's going to be cow hay at best at this point. This was the feed for our animals, so it really kind of sucks. But we've got, like I said, we've got some more millet if the army worms haven't ate it all. And then we've got all of our other fields, you know. It's just, they'll go back to fescue, which is what they're eating right now. And that's fine with me. It's good hay. It's just we sell more fescue than we do crabgrass, and so I can keep the crabgrass for my animals and have the fescue to sell for customers. But that's 120 to 150 less bales of fescue that we'll have to sell if we can't make some good millet or something like that, because I'm going to feed all my animals here, cows and horses, the best hay I can make. But I'm not going to say it's a wrap on this one, but it might be a wrap. It might just be a little short and sweet 5-minute video, and then we'll catch y'all back tomorrow. So if it is, appreciate you watching. If not, I guess we'll see y'all tomorrow. Morning, y'all. It's Brian, SLC Farms. Well, they say the early bird gets the worm. Well, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Behind me, I got the hay mower fired up. I just got all the windows cleaned on it. We're gonna go try to lay down about 50 acres of hay. It's Monday morning. We're out here. I don't know how much you'll see because it's dark, but we're out here at the farm where we've been tedding hay. Got a few tenths of an inch of rain, so we'll be bailing that in another video, but that'll probably happen this afternoon. But for right now, like I say, we're going to jump in the hay mower and run across the street and go lay down about 55 acres. All right, y'all. Yeah, I've had the machine warming up for a little bit here. Had to get the gates opened up. Cleaned all the windows, so hopefully y'all can see well. But yep, we just got to run across the road. We'll see y'all when we get to the field. Alright, we're rolling. This thing will run about 14 miles an hour. And just like that, we're pulling in. Now we get our tight squeeze through the gate here. Let's see here what we can do. We can, for one, there we go. Two. Light them down a little bit so we don't wake nobody up. There's a deer. If I had one complaint about this machine, it would be the heating and air system. It's got this dial up there that goes from hot to cold. Oh shit, we're in the ditch. Come on, baby. There we go. Sorry. Pardon my French this morning. It's a narrow little driveway for a big old wide machine. But the heat and air system on this thing, it's got this big dial, got a big area of blue and a big area of red. Yeah, it's either AC on, freeze your butt out, or it's no AC at all and about burn you out of here. Like it turns the heat on instantly. You got like no in between. Little dew out today. We'll be popping down this road. Got some rain over here. There's puddles. No, I ain't trimmed this road back yet. Been too hot. And we've been too busy. And we have arrived. Alright, and a good big streak of stuff is run down right down the middle of the dang window. Alright, I'm going to figure out where to put y'all, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright, we'll try that position right there for a few minutes. The gnats are horrible, so there's that. probably not going to talk a lot for the first minute or two, y'all, because it takes a second to get in my groove on these terraced fields. A lot of laid over. Otherwise, the grasses look pretty good where there's not Johnson grass. See a little bit of barley foxtail in there. Wild millet. I just know those windows I cleaned are, that's kind of pointless. All the water running down them. A lot of obstacles right here at the start. Lines. Looks like they came and sprayed and mowed around them, which is good. Well, they did most of it. They left some. It's funny. Half-assed the job. Landowners, hey? She's thick. Be some nice mixed grass. Yep, this might wind up being the horses and donkeys hay, because stuff across the street's gotten a few rains. And I guess we'll see how it comes out today when we bale it. I'm hoping to get this mowed, be done here by 9 a.m. Run home, grab a tractor, get my help going, get back over here by 10:30, start tedding, then have Country Gal come over and take over tedding, and me get over with raking the baler and start raking what she has tedded. And when she gets done tedding, hook her to the baler, and she can start baling what I've raked. That will be my end goal. Because the hay, the hay's dry, so it'll, once I get it flipped over, the sun's on it for a few minutes, it'll dry out pretty quick. I thought about just raking, but if I had a rotary, that's where the advantage of a rotary rake is. If I had a rotary rake, I would probably go ahead just rake it, because I feel like it would maybe get enough air in the windrow to dry it down without any risk of any mold. But I have not had time yet to get all of the preservative kit installed on the baler. Video coming. And so I gotta make sure it's dry. That's the biggest thing. Once I get through this first little section here, I can really kind of move along pretty good. Get all the power lines trimmed out, the terraces and whatnot. I'll tell you this, it used to take me, this is about 55 acres, and it used to take me the better part of 14 hours to mow it. And I can do it in about 5 now. That's what I love this mower for this place, if not any other, because of the zero turn right there like that. Just whip her on around. Looks like the mower's cutting okay. It's not been mowing this second cut as clean as I would like, but I've got some wear on my turtles and crop lifters, and it's probably about time to look into replacing them. And I've got to take some time and do some investigating, because I would rather find an aftermarket company that I could buy all those products from. And I don't know if that'd be like the disc mower doctor, if they would carry stuff for this unit, or sloop, shoot, whatever you say it, manufacturing. But I would like to find aftermarket, since it's just blades, turtles, crop lifters. I think the aftermarket world would be the way to go. Well, if I could have got in 2 weeks ago before this Johnson grass headed out, and it's amazing, you know, these rains, it grows so quick. But if I could have cut it just a hair younger, which it's still nice. I've seen it, heck, I've seen this stuff, it'll get so big, it's over the cab of the tractor. Cut it just a hair younger, and it makes great feed. I don't like it in my fields, but it's got great protein, and I don't mind it. The horses will leave the parts they don't want. The cattle, they'll eat about every bit of it. Lays it down. I was going to cut this last night, but but I was tired. So went to bed early. Woke up about 2:30. Takes me a little while to get going. And left the house about 3:45. Made my way over here and got the windows cleaned, oil checked, mower greased. And we're off to the races now. Like I say, once I get this first little section of terraces here done, I can move along pretty quick. I mean, I don't run wide open on this place anyways. It's just too rough, but some areas, like right now, we're running 8 miles an hour. Play our cards right and the weather cooperates at all, which doesn't seem to be this year, we could get a third cutting off of this. It is like foggy, misty out here this morning. All right, Terrace, where are you? Sometimes it's very easy to lose them. A lot of times I'm going off of memory. Country gal always asks, how do I know where I'm going? Say a lot of times it's just, I've cut this place so many times, I kind of know the shape of the terraces. But as I've said in past, one of these days I would love to be able to take them out. But in the same aspect, I've had a couple of things happen to me this year. And us being on lease ground where I've put in a lot of money, work and time on ground. And just as soon as you get it in some kind of shape where it's actually a decent farm and starting to become a little bit profitable on it instead of just spending money. The land sales, the landowner changes their mind about something and wants to go a different route. It's frustrating. Something happens to the landowner, family comes in and wants to do something different. We've had both of those situations arise this year. Sell land. Heck, we had land sale. Went to a company for land in the state park. Went to a holding company. They signed a year's lease with us. And then sent me notice of cancellation last week. Said, well, the park changed hands again, or the ownership changed hands again. So that made my lease null and void. So people wonder why the farmers, especially hay farmers, don't spend the money like row croppers, or a lot of these guys around me. I figured out, they just put down nitrogen and rape the land. And I've always gone, oh, they're just horrible, horrible, horrible. Well, the reason they do that, sorry, I missed a spot, and I don't like missed spots, is because they're tired of no consideration of their livelihood or their investment. The landowner sees you out cutting this hay and riding around in these tractors and whatnot. Think you're just big time or little time, or just making money hand over fist, and I can say that is not the case. And we're fortunate we don't pay a ton of cash money for leases, so I do try to put in my best effort to fix up and keep up land. But then when it just gets taken away from you in an instant, it makes you shy away from doing stuff for others, which in turn hurts the whole business and relationship. You can sink thousands and thousands of dollars, just let's say, into this 55 acres. All right, we got a Johnson grass problem. The best way to cure that is going to be a product called Outrider, unless you can graze it. Grazing it means fencing it and permission from the landowner. So really your best option is to spray it. I've sprayed with Roundup in years past, and it lasts a few years and then comes back. People say weed wiper, this and that, it still comes back. So Outrider's expensive. It has to be sprayed timely, and the Johnson grass is at a certain stage. All right, so we spray that. We kill the Johnson grass. Then we got foxtail. Horse people don't want that. So we need to put down pre-emergent a few times a year to try to keep that from coming up. Then you've got other broadleaf weeds and stuff that want to come in. So you need to spray 2,4-D or crossbow or something like that. So now we're at 3 chemicals just to make a uniform grass. Something that doesn't have the foxtail barley, which this stuff here don't hurt horses' mouths, but you can't argue with a horse person, they don't want it. I understand, but I feed it to mine. I ain't never had a problem. Anywho, so then we got crabgrass coming in here. Can't have that. So we need some MSO. There's 4 products. These your army worms are bad. Got to spray insecticide. That lasts 3 weeks. So you spray an insecticide every 3 weeks. You might put down 2 or 3 applications of that. We're 5 products in. We ain't even started fertilizing, pulling soil samples. Do we need lime? So, liming, we do it about every 5 years around here. Some places need it more, some places need it less. Just depends. But you could have, again, thousands thousands of dollars wrapped up into your hay fields. We ain't included the first piece of equipment cost, maintenance. I don't care if you're running Grandpa's sickle mower, Ford 8N, and 9T square baler. You still got knotter parts that break, sickle blades and bolts and guards, rake teeth for your rake, tires, oil changes. We're not just talking about engine oil, gearbox oil, hydraulic oil, fuel filters, oil filters. People around me selling hay right now, $35, $40 for a round bale. Good hay. Put upright, not right. I understand if it gets rained on or it's just a briar and broom sage patch, but if it's any kind of grass, I don't think you should sell a roll of hay for less than 50 bucks. And if it's damn clean, good hay, 90 to 100. That's 10 bags of groceries. We're talking about just necessities from the grocery store these days. It's 300 bucks. Carry it all in on one arm. 100 gallons of off-road fuel. Just bought it. It's like 93 gallons. $3.15 a gallon. $300. That lasts us about a week. People will realize when every farmer, grain farmers, cattle market's pretty good right now. The hay farmers, grain farmers, when it all goes to part-time kids that want to do it to earn some extra money, and guys that are 80 years old dying out, and there's no actual people trying to do it full-time in business anymore. Again, I'm talking about all farming. Cotton. Cotton's so cheap right now you can't sell it. It's gonna hurt the world more than y'all think the stock market dropping does. I can tell you that. Because when you can't feed the animals, and when you can't afford to eat them, you're gonna have starvation. And with the current people running for a particular administration, talking about price fixing things, which they can't do, I'm not worried. But they'd like to. We'll be Venezuela before you know it, y'all. And if you don't know about Venezuela and what it's like to live in a place like that, you need to do your research, folks. Do your research. That's my end of my popcorn rant this morning. I just want you farmers to know that watch me. I know I got a lot of locals that watch me. A lot of guys that want to do what I do or don't want to do what I do. Either way, I can tell you, you're giving yourselves away. Got people in New York selling quality Timothy and orchard grass hay, $5 a bale. They're making big squares and rebaling them into little squares and then shipping them, bundling it. Ain't no way you're making money. Ain't no way you're making money. I don't care how much volume you do. Square bale of hay, goat and cow hay, ought to be $7-8. Horse, alpaca, we're talking about orchard grass, quality fescue, Timothy. We're not talking about alfalfa. We're just talking about quality grass hay. Three main ones: Timothy, orchard grass, and fescue. $9-10 a bale, guys. 35-40 pound bale. you're giving yourself away. If everybody gets on the same page in the markets, and it is what it is. We all compete for our customer service and our product, not our price. You owners that watch me, I'm sorry. I know you don't agree with that. A lot of y'all want the cheap $4 hay picked up out of the field. Well, I'll tell you right now, y'all all call me in the winter when that guy's out of hay, and then you ditch me, and then you wonder, why's his hay so expensive? Well, that's why. Or you wonder if he'll be in business for long. Well, I'm not. You'll know why. But we're cutting this hay. We're gonna hope it doesn't get rained on like the last stuff we cut. We're gonna ted it out with a borrowed tedder and hope it does all right. I gotta go get a tire fixed on that. I ain't just gonna keep pumping it up. Hopefully this week we can get some parts orders for ours if I can get time. And we're gonna keep on keeping on. That's all I know. If you've watched this far, I do appreciate it. Leave me a tractor emoji in the guys. I'm not trying to be discouraging or depressing. Rant. It has been a rough year on all of us. I think on every working class individual, on all us farmers. I got lots of friends that I talk to on the phone, or I consider friends, that are other farmers. And unless you're just sitting on piles of steer cows, steer calves that you can sell, everybody else is hurting. We're just, I think, all ready for 2024 and this election season, election year, and whatnot to be over with. We thought COVID was a rough time. Hell, I'd probably go back to that any minute. Now, not the losing people and whatnot, but I'd really go back to pre-COVID anytime. The world at least seemed half right. And even if stuff wasn't, you were still kind of could make some money because the cost of living wasn't so damn high. We'd like to buy some new land, buy more. I don't see how it'll ever happen. I just don't know. Very sad. You can't pencil out farm ground around me for $20,000, $30,000 an acre. Not making hay. You can buy it and build houses on it. You can pencil it out, but not making hay. Kamala's going to build 3 million more homes for us if she gets elected. Not sure where she's going to put them all. I guess on this hayfield that nobody will own because we won't be able to afford the taxes on it, paying for the 3 million homes they're going to build. And the $25,000 she's going to give every fire. I didn't get that. I didn't get no college debt relief. I don't want it. I don't get no government handouts for hay farming. I did get, I think, like $20 or $25 a cow during COVID for some cows I had, beef cows, because the market tanked so damn bad. They felt bad for us. But crazy times. Good thing is I don't see any army worms over here yet. I know they're all around us. Well, as soon as I finish with this terrace, it's going to be the end of this one, y'all. I'll probably bring you more daylight. We ain't working under the lights. It's a full moon right now. Always enjoyed when it's a full moon. It seems like you can get some stuff done. See a little better. Tell you what, this is the worst. I have seen the Johnson grass here. If I wasn't already so broke from baler fires, flat tires, and floods, I would honestly spray this whole place with Roundup, disc it in, and start it over again this year. Have some new seating. Gotta kill everything here. Downside still is everything that's made a seed has dropped a seed. It'll just come back up. And I feel like if you put the disc to it, a lot of times you unearth seeds that probably haven't seen the light of day for 100 years. And you get rid of one weed to have some kind of new variety come in that you hadn't seen before on that farm. Keep the mower deck moving when you can just spin right around. I really my tedder back going. It makes a big difference in a farm like this. Well, I'm going to pop out, shut y'all off for a bit. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos on my phone while I cut hay. I'm sure people think like that I watch, they're like, oh, how does this guy watch so much YouTube? But I do typically just turn on my phone. I listen probably more than I watch, but I still am glancing at it. But I started when I woke up this morning a new Barn Talk episode. That's a podcast, but they film it. And I enjoy listening to that, listening to those guys. So, I think I'm going to turn that on. Listen to some Barn Talk. Keep in my groove here. This mode. I do slow down a little in the taller Johnson grass just to try to get a little bit cleaner cut. I can hear it now. Oh, that hay's got foxtail in it. It's just wild millet. Hey, and I'm going to put one more thing in here if anybody's still watching. A couple channels that I hadn't seen in a while that I've been missing. And I know they got growing kids and family and all that. And probably are more pressed for time. But I hadn't seen them in a while. It's Bagwell Farms and DLH Farms. Y'all need to go over and find the video and comment on it from them. Tell them where you been. Bagwell says he's going to start posting again. But I'm missing some of my farming buddies in other states that do what I do. We need to see some content from them. So y'all go over to DLH and tell Dennis. Go over to Bagwell Farms and tell Chase. We need some haying content to watch. Not knocking her, but old Kayla in Missouri. I used to enjoy watching her. She ain't nothing but a ad for Massey Ferguson now. Anything. It must be to be given like they have been. I commented on one of her videos a long time ago. Bell bearing. We don't do enough hay to need a bell bearing, and now they got a bell bearing. It's funny to me. Probably delete that part out, who knows. Alright. Keep saying I'm stopping. I hate cutting the mower off. Alright guys, it's daylight out. It's 1-7-0-4. Well guys, just a second ago, I was trying to make an ending to the video there. So we started about 4:30, and it is just now 9:15. 55 acres down, and we're done. We're back where we started, back at the yellow truck. I'm going to call that one a wrap. We're going to go home, grab a bite to eat, come back with a tractor, hook to the tedder. We're going to ted this hay that got a little rain on it. Hopefully by this afternoon we'll be raking and baling. So appreciate you watching, and we'll see y'all on the next one.